Well, congratulations. You said up there it was an uphill battle. Keith Fitzgerald was a pretty tough Democrat in this county as Democrats go, but you were able to do it. What was the big difference?
Well, I think the difference is what we've seen all over the country and all over the state. We need a different way of doing things. We need to put people back to work in Florida. I obviously must have represented that to the majority of the people. I congratulate Keith on running a good race, and I am just so proud of everybody that came forward for us to realize that what we really have to do is get people back to work and make government smaller. We've been saying that forever. We're going to work really hard for that.
And Ray, you're no stranger. Do you think you're on the ballot? Do you think your name recognition may have helped you? You ran a couple times for sheriff, a former commissioner.
Well, you know, you always like to think that, but when we did our early polls, nobody knew who I was except the people that have been around for a while. I've been here since the 70s, but think of how many people have moved to Sarasota in those days. So we had a little battle to get our name recognition back.
Now, you will keep your position at the Water Authority, or how will that go?
Well, it's fine. It's a special district. None of my functions involve anything that involves the legislature, and we're prohibited from doing that. Just like when you're a county commissioner, you have to recuse yourself, and so there's no problem with that whatsoever.
Anything else you want to say, Ray?
Well, I just want to thank everybody that came out and voted for everybody today, no matter what party it was. I think this was really an effort by everybody to say that we really need to do something in this country. People were scared, angry, frustrated, but now I think they've got a little bit of hope. Now it's up to us to go and walk the walk and try to do the best we can for the people that are sending us to those offices. And I can't thank them enough. And I'll work very hard for those that didn't vote for me to earn their trust when I'm in Tallahassee, because I think I represent everybody.
Congratulations, Ray. Thanks so much.
All right, that was Ray Pilon, newly elected to the state legislature, defeating incumbent Keith Fitzgerald. And, you know, we did see that it became a pretty heated race in the final push there of the campaign. I know I saw one ad where you saw Keith Fitzgerald's picture and you saw incumbent stamped right on there. So there was, you know, no secret that being an incumbent could make you a target.
Yeah, that late push was, I think, a clear sign that the Republicans saw the needle moving significantly in that race. A couple weeks ago, there had not been a lot of party or special interest money dumped into that race. There was not a whole lot of advertising. So when I saw some of those ads coming out, I thought it was pretty clear that the Republicans knew that this was within reach, because they weren't going to waste money if they didn't think they could win this race.
Yeah, well, let's actually hear now from Keith Fitzgerald. We did speak with him earlier this evening, as well as Sarasota County Democratic Party Chair Rita Ferrandino. We spoke with both of them about why the Democrats fared poorly in this midterm election here in Sarasota County.
I have a sort of a historical perspective on these things. I think given the size of the recession, the difficulties we're facing economically, that it's not really a very shocking result. Historically, if you compare where we are to where Ronald Reagan was and how the Republicans were pounded in his first midterm, that was a very mild recession compared to where we are now. President Clinton, similarly, mild recession, similar kind of results. People hold whoever the incumbent president is and his or her party responsible for outcomes. And, you know, so it's, in that respect, it's sort of a structural thing. It's pretty predictable. Not to take away anything from anybody for the hard work they did, but this is not a shocking result if you take a historical perspective.
No, we were very strategic in our get out to vote efforts. We executed our plan, and to be truthful, we had a strong grassroots campaign, but we were underfunded, and we were not able to do some of the things that really make a difference in a year like this. But what we feel strong about is that what we were able to do, we did well, and our volunteers did an